this is what the 8th dimension astral connection. Do something different. There's something over there. Oh yeah, Priscilla. Trying to make a break for it. Yeah, she couldn't survive the outdoors if she. Maybe during the day for a little bit. All right, rings. All right, so yeah, summertime energies. Yeah, things are a little bit slower. Get you time to sit back, reflect, and hopefully not hear any more of this Trump Musk situation. I guess that kind of died down. I guess Musk wants to keep his businesses, I guess. If he keeps talking, I think that would all go away. A good portion of it will. So, jeez. To do that publicly like that. So, way to learn. Yeah, it's just. The world is definitely changing slowly. Yeah, the immigration situation in California, I haven't been watching it too much. Of course, I think it was like a bit of a news blackout, too. It's really hard to see. Yeah, they're not exactly showing what's going on. Not that I'm really looking either, so no surprise there, right? That's part of the consciousness here, of course. Of course, I should know that. I get blocked all the time. Let's see here. 8th dimension energies kind of do something a little bit different. It's 5D, 8D. You can go on and on with that. Imagine there's like a basket dimension. There's a dimension for everything. Grass dimension. I guess grass likes to smoke grass. You know, those that are into marijuana. Sometimes people that are marijuana in other lifetimes smoke themselves. Of course, in higher dimensions, it can, in some areas, feel like cocaine. So your energy can be cocaine. So of course, you can be addicted to cocaine. I don't know where the hell all that came from. Well, you know, those are the higher realms. You wonder where addictions come from. Yeah, if you're higher dimensions, like anywhere Pleiades or Andromeda, and so on, all of them all have a higher frequency, but they're always high, you can say, frequency wise. Doesn't mean they go out and get high, they're already high. And so coming here is obviously not a high. Quite the opposite. So they look for addictions. It can be drug addiction, food addiction, and so on. To get back to that frequency. Does it work is another story. Yeah, it's just like you come here kicking and screaming. Well, you don't really know what's going to happen to it till you get here. So, it's the other thing. And it's not mentioned much. I don't mention it much. It doesn't come up in conversation usually, or it's coming up for a reason. You talked about the different dimensions. They're obviously not, higher than this one, or not used to this. Of course, in the higher dimensions, they have good and bad there too, depending on where you are. Of course, there are, dimensions that are completely chaos. Do you really need that? But also those that are used to higher frequencies can be, part of like a delusional thinking. So, and so on. So, just used to a different way of, used to life being different, or going more of your way, or how can it possibly be this psychotic here? And it can be, because we're right next to the hell realm, so not knee deep into it, but close to it. So anyway, get your daily dose of hell to some level. Yeah, it can be on. Yeah, it's like it's on a different part of the street. It can be hell on one side of the street. It can be nice and cuddly on the other side of the street. Let's put it that way. It's like life in general. You have good neighborhoods. Even in a bad neighborhood, you can find probably a good neighbor part of that neighborhood. Probably, maybe, depending. That's probably a big maybe there. Yeah, who knows? Well, grass, sometimes nature grows, because the toxic people that are living there due to life situations, nature could probably, in some cases, be more attractive there because they're to actually cleanse that energy the best of its ability. So it all depends. Yeah, it can also be in a nice neighborhood and be nothing but thorns there. You never know, attracting bad luck or whatever it might be. So, different perspectives. Yeah, you can kind of drive yourself crazy trying to analyze everything energetically. Not that you need to, but yeah, just surviving this place is the most important part, which is not easy, obviously. So anyway, yeah, self challenges. Yeah, challenging oneself. You can of course always overdo it, but anyway. Yeah, you can say what. Not to go political, but like Trump's doing, like he's challenging himself by everybody yelling at him and stuff, and trying not to be a dictator. I feel like there's part of him that wants to be one, as you can see. Doesn't mean others just don't like him. They're gonna say that, but he might. Anyone in that position might do dictator type decisions, like what Obama and the drone strikes, and was it Bush in the Iraq War and so on. So but there's consequences to them on that. So, well, I feel at least, not that I'm trying to tap into this, but as Trump's trying not to be a dictator. I feel like he's trying not to be, but it's easy to do it, even at that position. I mean, obviously there's other levels of power that are strong, powerful, like some of the generals. Even the U.S. generals are more powerful. Maybe not, materialistic wise, but they can go probably to any place in the world and blow it up if they want to. They just have to have a good case for it or whatever. So I feel like the U.S. is technically staying out of Russia. Of course, they're assisting the Ukraine, but I feel like they are trying. The U.S. is, from what I feel, is trying to stay out of the Ukraine because that'll just swallow us up. They won't win that one. Because Russia's just playing dirty and all, it just get nasty. And if the U.S. does win, it's like there's no winners. But technically, they're helping the Ukraine survive. I'm not sure if they're helping them win. They're just helping them survive. There's no win there, man. Yeah, just keep it from being taken over for now. At least that's the way it's being done. So anyway, all right. What's happened to eighth dimension energies, and I just feel like the eighth for some reason. Like you said, there's different perspectives of everything. You can't make everybody happy and so on. So it kind of reminds me of like one of these Telegram chats that I left because it was just. I mean, they might be. I don't know, becoming spiritual, I guess, sort of, but they have some of them in there have so much inner conflict within themselves. It's almost violent. I thought they have violence towards others, but just toxic. Whatever. It's not having your, as the third eye opens up, it's hard to handle it all and settle things down. The immigration, June, I guess it's not really clear. Like, the year is kind of foggy, like what's going to occur. and you don't want us to see immigration. If anything's going to happen, I don't think we've seen the full scale of what this year has to offer yet. I mean, there's more surprises on the way, obviously, right? Feels like there's more that will be revealed, like the thing, man, California can't get a break. So, anyway, well, I just have to wait and see. So, alright, let's tap into the 8th dimension. What's this? Grease you. This is the 8th dimension. We are the Zetas. There are, yes, human races that are not necessarily logical or of your human, thinking, your belief system, but there to assist the human race in its growth and its, longevity. And yes, your planet, why it exists, is kind of like a soul wash to clean out the darkness. To kind of like let the soul air itself out, but also to learn about itself, but also to just challenge itself to bring in something new, to be unexpected. That's why the future is not quite written out completely for anybody here. Because kind of just seeing what you will do, what you are willing to, create here, whatever it might be. It could be a family, it could be anything, it could be a toaster or making toast or whatever. It's whatever you want to bring to the table here. And yes, there's some that are going through their darkness. It's kind of like they're in the shower and close the curtain on you. Like they don't want you to see what they're up to. Because some of you can just pick up on all this, like, man, what are you doing with yourself? And I was like, as I know this is embarrassing, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yes, it's your party and cry or be the raunchy, whatever it is. Some are ashamed or not ashamed or whatever. I'm going to do this no matter what. Stay out of my way. Well, until they grow out of it, because there is a possibility of that, but some need to go through a lot of adolescence, even as an adult. Have to kind of shake off that, like energy of the prom, even when you're in your 30s. To shake off that dream realm as what people feel like they are part of or not part of. Kind of go into a shadow side of themselves. For those of you that are opening up more into your higher dimensional selves, some still have demons that are attached to them and not ready to let them go just yet. And so being pulled to the dark side, you could say, to some level. But yeah, it's kind of like a blossoming flower, but in a questionable environment, a rainforest or something like that, or someplace that's of the wild that has a lot of questionable beings. Some crocodiles are nice and some aren't. So you have something very, even in nature, you have something very attractive there, but it's not exactly a safe place. And that's with the human nature also. You have these attractive people, and their vibes might not be the best. Might have the best intentions and so on. You're just walking into a trap, basically. No different than nature. Like you see this nice forest, I'm going to walk through it. It's like, all I do is get bitten here, and there's rattlesnakes, and everything wants to kill me. There, not all places are like that, but some are, and that's same with the human nature at the same way. So yeah, if you're yeah, so nature is a reflection of the human race. Not that you have, some of you have so much going on in your lives, you don't have time to stop and smell the roses, but you can if you see, you know, it's just, if you see like some places that are, it looks nice on the outside, but it might have a lot of bad luck and so, and other things. So yeah, and there's a lot of the vortexes here. It goes into the elemental realms and so on. But also, yes, it goes also into the spiritual groups. Some that are kind of soul catchers that are, yes, all nice on the outside and grabbing souls in the inside, behind the scenes. Because they haven't quite healed themselves, yes, or narcissism, whatever might that be going on. And yeah, it's just some are, yes, connected to a happy side that's psychotic, and they just can't help but being psychotic. Very pleasant to be around, sort of, but also vicious on, it's kind of like a very attractive knife. Yeah, they're addicted. They're addicted to happiness, but it's not the happiness you want to be around. So yeah, so like a vicious narcissism. So there's a lot of that out there. And yes, looks are extremely deceiving. Well, in that regard, it's, yeah, they found a way of, compromising. Like they want the looks, but yeah, kind of like a devil, you can say, but attractive one. Yeah, they haven't quite healed the. Yeah, they have a way of like changing their form to where it's attractive. Put makeup on or whatever, style their hair, whatever. They hide who they really are. Take off that makeup. Who's behind that? They're not about to show anyone that. That's for sure. But they do keep up appearances, especially on your world. So being here, yeah, you're dissecting reality, letting the veil come down so you can see things for what it truly is. And it's not as easy as it sounds. Some put the veil up, they don't want everyone to see their shit. Of course, some of you can see it anyway. It's like, okay, go be bad, go do your thing, whatever. Even if it is completely embarrassing. Yes, go do you, as they say. Well, yeah, some have not got out, yes, the raunchy side themselves. Yes, is a raunch. Yeah, it's just an area that just haven't quite graduated. It's almost like, was it something like peanut butter or some kind of, it's like, it looks good, tastes good to some, but it could be really bad for you at the same time, depending on what's in it. So it's kind of like that. So the higher frequency realms doesn't mean like you're a part of a club or anything like that. It's a higher dimension. I mean, it is, but it's not a club. It's more like you see things differently. It's harder to hide deception in some places. Some are very deceptive. There's always pockets of that. It always exists no matter where you go. But to be in a place where you can just see, and that's why you're here. And society obviously is just going through their, as they say, going through their shit. Literally. And having trouble. Don't want it. Does society even want to let it? No. Doesn't want to let it go. It has to go through it. And maybe it'll let it go. Some of you are letting it go, but most are just like, I like it here. And they really do.